Hi everyone, it's Jonathan from Vaboo here. To say the last few months have been challenging for all of us and our businesses would be somewhat of an understatement. But we've seen some really great examples of excellent customer care and support shown by many of our clients. Right now, great opportunity exists to strengthen brands and build trust. So we thought it'd be great to speak to some of our clients and see whether they've got any valuable insights and tips to share with you all, both as business and agency owners. Our mission at Vaboo is quite simple. We're looking to improve the image of the private rental sector and strengthen relationships between our clients and their customers. So welcome to the Vaboo Heroes of Agency series, where over the next few weeks and months, we will get to know some of our clients and understand their journeys and what's made them the success stories that they are today. If you like the videos, please share them, please comment. But for now, let's see who's joining us today. Hi Andrew, how are you doing?
Hi Jonathan, yeah, good, thank you very much. How about yourself?
Not too bad, not
Good.
too bad. Surviving lockdown just about. But I guess you guys are feeling a bit happier now. You're kind of slowly opening up again.
I mean, we haven't really stopped at all because obviously once lockdown started, we just moved everything home and everybody worked from home. I did furlough one of the staff, but myself, I'm a part-time member. We carried on and held the fort, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, thanks for joining us today in our Heroes of Agency series.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of mentioned before, we want to start celebrating some of our clients because, in particular, at this time, we realise that we've got some really great agents as clients.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are doing some really great things, not just now, but in the past as well. So we just thought, we'd be good to kind of learn a bit more about you and. During the interview, if you've got any kind of nuggets that you want to share with the rest of the industry or other agents, feel free to throw those in.
Mm-hmm.
But to start, it'd be great just to kind of learn a bit more about yourself and how you came to starting Black Cat and what the journey's been so far.
Okay, yeah. Well, I actually, before I was doing the estate agents, I used to do pub management. And I was down in London. Had a little bit of a break from that, and then just started working part-time in an estate agent. It was actually my ex-partner's sister who worked there, and she got me. Said, "Oh, would you want to come in and help us? We just stuck on a Saturday." So she used to do a few hours on a Saturday for them, and that gradually ended up being full-time with the lettings department. So I was there. I was down there I was down there longer, but I was in the estate agent down there for 3 years. When I moved back up, I got a job with a local agent in my town, but I just hated it. It was just run so badly. So that's what I decided, well, if he can do it, I certainly can do it. So I ended up setting up my own with because my dad and his business partner, they sort of had about 30 properties between them, all managed by different agents in different areas. So we kind of brought all those on, started up the agency, and just grew it from there, really.
Okay, great. So how long were you working with the previous agent before you started?
I was down. When I moved back, I was about 12 months.
Oh wow. Okay. So after 12 months working in the lettings business, you gained enough.
Oh no. When I was in London, I was worked in the lettings down there for 3 years. Came back to Burnley and did a year. So about 4 years, and then I set up myself.
Okay. So what were when you came to setting up on your own? What were the sort of, I guess, the frustrations that you had at the time with where you were working that made you think you can go and do a better job yourself?
I don't think he had any concept of what a client account was and that it was client money. So yeah, there was a lot of money used to go in and out of the client account, and I just felt that if I stayed there and kind of worked to his ethics, then it was going to have a bad reflection on myself. I did enjoy the industry, I enjoyed doing the lettings, so I didn't want to kind of get that bad name from working with and basically covering up his mistakes and things like that. So yeah, that's why I just decided to get out and branch out and open up myself.
Well, that's great. So you're playing your part in improving the image of the sector, which is very much what we're all about as well. So that's very interesting to hear. So when you started Black Cat, what were your kind of goals, your vision at the time?
Really just to expand, because like I said, I started with my dad's properties and his business partner's properties. And it was just the buzz of going out, getting new deals on, getting new instructions, speaking to landlords, it was a constant learning, because I think with lettings, it's not something that you do and then that's it, you kind of know it. It's a constant learning game, so that you always feel that there's extra goals to reach and things like that, and it's never boring. It's every day is different.
Okay. And how long have you been running Black Cat now?
I set it up back in. I actually set it up originally in 2008, but it wasn't mine. I set it up and I managed it it was my dad's business partner's daughter. Ran it for 3 years and then I bought it off her. So I kind of just bought my own company, really, that I'd set up anyway. And then I changed the name then and rebranded it and sort of made it my own.
Okay. And where did the name come from?
I get asked this a lot, and we just kind of threw around a few names, and I didn't want something that was the same as every other agent, whether it's your initials or your name. And then Black Cat came up, and it just kind of stuck, really. And plus, because we live where I am, I live close to a place called Pendle, which is known, it's like Witch County, so it's very famous for Pendle witches. So that we kind of kept it on that basis, really.
Okay. And how have things been over the last couple of years, since obviously been a lot of changes in the industry over the last few years? How have things been for you?
I think the last 18 months, it has been quite tough with a lot of the new legislation coming in. It's very difficult. It was hard with landlords explaining the extra work that we were doing and things like that. But I think over the last 6 months, all that's kind of become a lot more clearer. I think landlords are more understanding now. We kind of, it's all, like I say, it's just all about educating the landlords into all the legislation, everything that needs to go into it. So I think they're getting a lot easier, well, not a lot easier, but certainly easing up compared to the frustrations and things that I would say were around 18 months ago.
Okay. So on your website, you say that your main focus is to deliver an outstanding service, making moving an easy, seamless, and pleasurable experience.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to kind of make sure that happens?
I'm looking, obviously, through with likes of yourself, is we're looking at different avenues, looking at different things that we can stand out from other agents. Offering tenants better services, offering the landlords better services, different products and things like that. So I've kind of just, obviously the website's new, that's just gone live in the last couple of weeks. I've just invested in some new software that, again, it's all the data is just being imported at the moment, but it will give landlords and tenants options to be able to log into their own accounts. They can see their own invoices, do their own statements, landlord side. Tenants can obviously be able to log their own maintenance issues and things like that. So we're just trying to make things as well, as tech. I'm a very technophobe, so I've learned a lot over the lockdown in terms of technology. So we're just trying to make things a lot more seamless and a more pleasant experience.
Yeah, well, I think you're doing well, because not only obviously part of the service we provide, we get that feedback for you, but also the thing that stood out to me was your net promoter score being in excess of 50, which, as you know, is represents sort of customer satisfaction. And to have a score that high, anything over 20 is a positive score. To be over 50 is fantastic. So what is it that you're doing? What would you say sort of the one or two things that you're doing from a tenant's perspective, helping you achieve those great scores?
I think as well, because we're not like a chain, we are an independent agent. It's a lot more one-on-one. We do have that more contact with the tenants. We don't, like a lot of companies, everything's like in a box and it's all kind of statistics, whereas we look at each tenant and each tenant situation on an individual basis in terms of the referencing and things like that. We know people, you know, everyone's different, everyone has different circumstances and are in a situation for whether it's through fault of their own or not. But we can look at all that, we can work with tenants and we can, you know, sort of gear everything to suit each person individually, as opposed to just a tick box.
Okay. And when we kind of get through the current difficulties, do you see any opportunities for agents in general or yourself in your area?
I think that a lot of our agents, I think, just closed, and that was it, closed the doors. I think the ones like myself that's carried on working and looking at different strategies, sort of working out different ways that we can turn the business around and how we can work now safely, like, you know, more digitally and things like that. So I think there are a lot of opportunities out there, particularly with the sort of video viewings, because that's one element of the business that takes up a lot of time, and that obviously we don't earn any money from that unless we get the deal, so to speak. But you can only get one deal on one property. So I think with the digital viewings, I think that's a massive sort of opportunity now for agents to cut down on the time, and just obviously being able to, you know, utilise that time better and more efficiently.
Yes, I've spoken to a few agents who said going forward they're going to effectively qualify those people who want to view even more, so that when it gets to the point of the physical view, they would have done certain things in the process.
Yeah.
Actually, so you know that if they do like the property, that they can actually proceed. So whether that's making sure they've done the virtual tour, whether that's making sure perhaps the referencing piece already being fully done, if not partly done.
Yes, we're doing the same with all our inquiries now. We send them the link to the video tour, and we also get them to fill in a pre-qualifying form, so we can see from that as well whether they would actually qualify for the property, or whether, obviously, before we even go down the viewing side. So yeah, I mean, it's working better for us where it has put down on the viewings, and I mean, we have even done deals that haven't even viewed at all.
Wow.
So, you know, they've literally signed and filled in the application off the back of the virtual viewing.
So finally, is there any changes that you are thinking about right now for your business going forward that perhaps you may not have ever considered or even thought about 2 months or so ago? I
mean, certainly the video viewings, and I think just really focusing on that more than the physical viewing side of it. Same again, obviously with valuations and things, because again, I mean, obviously we'll need to go out and do the photographs and things like that, but I think a lot of it will be done more digitally, more over the phone first before we actually even go to the properties. But I do think, like, definitely with it, the viewings is the big thing. That's the big change, I think.
Right. So from a customer journey perspective, you're going to focus a lot more on tech.
Yeah, I know. God, it just scares me thinking about it. But that's what I've been doing. Like, I've been kind of doing the videos myself. I mean, I've never filmed anything in my life, and now I'm with on iMovie. I can upload stuff to YouTube and things like that. So
well, I think, you know, there's lots of tools out there. The whole customer journey, from the start point all the way up to keeping customers engaged through services like ourselves. You know, it's all at your disposal.
I know.
And actually, it doesn't take that long to learn most of these things.
I know, when you sit down and do it, it's just. But I am so technophobe, such technophobe. But yeah, I'm getting there now. I'm starting to quite like it.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
I'm falling in love with tech.
Yeah, good. Well, we're here to assist wherever you need. And but for now, you know, thanks for joining us today. I've got one final question for you. As you're a hero of agency, I'm just wondering whether you had any favourite superhero yourself.
Oh yes, definitely. Well, funny you should ask that, because yes, me and my dog have various matching superhero outfits.
Okay.
Yes, I have a Supergirl, definitely a Supergirl, and Batwoman.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Well, have to send us some pictures of you and your dog dressed up.
Oh, well.
Well, thanks for your time, Andrea.
No
And
problem. Thank
we'll
you.
catching up again soon.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right, right.
Bye.